Hello all and welcome to Stingray Tom's Florida. From a tourism perspective, beaches are easily Florida's greatest natural resource. Some 800 million people visit its beaches each year, nearly 10 times the number of people who visit Florida's 9 theme parks. Florida's Department of State says there's 825 miles of beaches, which run from Jacksonville south to Miami, along the Keys, and from Marco Island north and west to Pensacola. But Florida's current beaches are in reality rather new, emerging around 12,000 years ago at the end of the Pleistocene or most recent ice age, when glaciers melted to roughly their current sizes. Much earlier, in fact some 2.5 million years ago, Florida was a vast shallow ocean floor. That is, except for a string of small islands. These islands ran north to south along what would eventually become the center of Florida's peninsula. Take the Florida Keys and place them from Leesburg south to Lake Placid, and you'll get an idea of what it looked like. Today, these islands make up the Lake Wales Ridge, named after the city of Lake Wales that has the best known of these ancient islands, Iron Mountain, on which sits Bok Tower Gardens. Today, the islands of Lake Wales Ridge are more properly known as relic sand dunes and were created over hundreds of thousands of years by the dynamic movements of sea, ice, and wind. Even though the waters receded and the rest of Florida emerged, these environmental islands continue to support distinctive life forms found nowhere else and are a refuge for a host of rare and endangered plants and animals, including the sand skink, Florida scrub jay, and gopher tortoise. These are residents of Florida's scrubland, scattered desert-like environments where the soil is primarily actually beach sand well over 2 million years old. That's what brings me here today. I'm standing at the highest point in the Lake Wales Ridge, and therefore the highest point on the Florida Peninsula. Known as Sugarloaf Mountain, it's 312 feet or 95 meters above sea level. And yes, everyone gets the joke about a 312-foot mountain. Sugarloaf is located west of Lake Apopka and is near to the city of Claremont. Like much of the area, Sugarloaf was once citrus groves and today has a few homes scattered around the peak. The area is developed enough that there's a little scrubland left. Unfortunately, that's the case with much of the Lake Wales Ridge. There are protected areas, but due to the nature of these environmental islands, state and local parks are thinly scattered and don't allow for native animals to move from one to another, effectively confining them to one scrub zone, much like the tortoises on the separate Galapagos Islands. So here I stand near the peak of Sugarloaf Mountain, one of the oldest beaches in Florida, a beach that existed for millions of years before the ones that welcome Florida's tourists today. I'd like to wish all of you a Happy New Year. My YouTube channel is only a year old, but the 60 videos on it have been watched over 20,000 times. I'd like to thank everyone for subscribing to the channel and leaving your comments. Next year I have many interesting stories planned, some of which I outlined in this video. My goal is to create 3 videos a month, so here's to hoping I reach 100 videos a year from now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stingray Tom's Florida, traveling through time around the Sunshine State.